Do you ever feel like you've made no progress at all? Everybody else is flying above you, making all the progress in the world, but you're still stuck on the floor, not making any progress. So I've said progress about 1,000,000 times. Ages ago, I was probably in the worst state of mind possible. I would wake up late. I would watch porn. I would eat all the snacks in the snack cupboard. I would not talk to anybody. I would be unconfident. Oh my God, I could go on for fucking ever. I can go on forever. I was in the worst state of mind. I was not enjoying life. I was doing nothing with my life. I was unconfident. Again, I'm saying it. I couldn't speak to people. And now if you look where I'm at now, I'm not saying I've made it, I'm super successful, but the progress from A to B is fucking incredible. It's incredible. And sometimes I get so lost in why have I made no progress? Look at all these people up here. They're making millions of dollars. They're making 10K a month. They've got all these supercars. They've got everything, but I feel like shit. This is where the ladder analogy comes into play. So for example, on your journey, on my journey, we're at level 3 of the ladder. We've been in it for about a year and a bit. We're making sufficient progress. But then we look at someone else's journey. Let's put this into context. Let's say a famous YouTuber or someone that's made lots of money, already successful. They're at level 100 of their ladder, or level 97 or 125. When we look from our level all the way up to theirs, there's a massive gap. We have basically nothing compared to them. We feel like literal shit. We feel like we've made no progress because we're comparing ourselves to them who've put in about 10 years of work, 20 years of work, but they're only showing you the top of their thing. And this is where dissatisfaction comes into play, or this is where we feel like we've made no progress at all because we're comparing our level 2 to their level 100. And I feel like we need to, sorry I'm rambling on a bit, I feel like we need to just stop this comparison. Just stop feeling like you're shit. Because if you feel like shit, you're going to be like shit. There's a common quote, Napoleon Hill, we become what we think about. If we feel like we're making no progress, you're gonna make no progress. If you feel like you've done nothing with your life, you're gonna do nothing with your life. So I just wanted to make this video today to tell you, bro, you've made progress. You're doing good. And this isn't no, oh, you're doing amazing, you're doing great. There's probably some stuff you can improve as well, but I'm telling you, from where you were at before to where you're at now, you've made sufficient progress. You should be proud of yourself. Not satisfied, but proud. I'm going to put this into context with my older brother, Keone. He's 20 years old now. Most of the time, he feels like he's making no progress. But let me take you back about 1 year. Keone used to stay up in his room, watching Netflix, indulging in unhealthy food, snacking, eating snacks from the snack cupboard. He would come down for about 2 minutes, not interact with his family, not engage. He would make up excuses and tell us his work's been cancelled. But realistically, he wasn't even going to work. My brother was in the worst possible state of his life. He was in the worst state. He was falling down the doom hole, and it was shit to see. It was horrible to see. And now when Keone tells me he feels like he hasn't made any progress, I tell him this. Well, Keone, he's actually in Thailand now on a meditation retreat, living his life with his friends. He's a personal trainer. He's posting content online. He's doing what he wants to do now. He's become so much better than he was at before. And then when Keone tells me, Amani, I feel like I just need to do more. I haven't made any progress. I tell him, brother, he does calisthenics as well, so he does handstands and push-up stuff. I tell him, bro, before you couldn't do this exercise, now you're doing this. Before you were sat in your room doing nothing, now you're out in Thailand. This is amazing, brother. This is so good. We need to truly appreciate how far we've come, and not just for ourselves as well. Because when you have friends that are on the journey as well, one important thing to do is encouraging them, appreciating them, being proud of their progress. For example, with my friends, if they've gone to the gym and they've built some muscle, I'll be like, well done, bro. This is really good and I'm proud of you. Or if my mum is starting to run a marathon, I'm like, Mum, this is amazing. You did 17 miles today and before you couldn't even do 3 miles. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Because sometimes we get so lost in our heads that we're not making progress because of the thing I said earlier. Then it can feel us, then it can cause us to downgrade ourselves. It can make us feel like shit. So as humans, we need to encourage people as well as encourage yourself. Ooh, this was a bit of a ramble, but I'm proud of you. Be proud of yourself. I'm not saying be proud of where you're at and stop the grind. Obviously, there's so much more to do. You're probably only a level 2 or 3 out of 1,000,000. So there's so much more to do. We can improve so much more. Anyway, that's all from me today. It's sunny today. It's actually beautiful. So if you're in the UK, get out in the sun because we never have any sun We're all miserable. I'm joking, we're not all miserable. But we never have any sun. It's rainy and cold. So make the most of it, bro. And when I mean go out in the sun, I don't mean go out in the sun to increase your productivity or go out in the sun to boost your testosterone levels. I mean, just like go out in the sun and just shut up and just chill out. That's something I've been doing recently. Sitting on the bench and chilling the fuck out. Heads or tails before I go? If it's heads, you subscribe. If it's tails, you subscribe. Fuck, I'm joking. His heads. Alright, see you guys later.